You should always speak to your doctor before you change, start, or stop any part of your healthcare plan, including physical activity or exercise. If you have any known contraindications to any of these movements, please skip that exercise and continue to the next exercise that is indicated for your body. Feeling your tailbone connected to the mat as you create a little space in your low back. You'll take an inhale to prepare, and with your exhale, you'll deepen the work around your waist as your tummy pulls into you, and then float one knee to tabletop. Using an exhale to lift the leg, and an inhale to lower the leg. You want to sense that the leg is light, and that happens as you deepen the connection around your waist, as if your abdominals were in a corset tightening into your body. That connection will help keep your pelvis still while doing the movement, and you really want to notice your tailbone staying connected and staying still while floating one leg at a time. You can even place your hands on your hip bones to make sure that there's no movement at all. And if you've been able to do that, keeping your pelvis still, then you can add this next variation, which is using an exhale to lift both knees one at a time to tabletop. And in this position, your spine should be completely connected to the mat. If it comes away from the mat, your back will start to work. And if you feel work in your back, your abdominals aren't working hard enough. So that means that this variation is too difficult. This is a much harder challenge. Again, you want to keep the pelvis still and the spine connected to the mat, using the corseting around your waist to keep that connection. Starting with a little bit of space under your back and your tailbone connected to the mat, you'll take a breath to prepare for the movement. Using your exhale to deepen the connection around your waist, your stomach will hollow out as your tailbone tips up towards the ceiling, and you roll through one bone at a time until you're stacked all the way on your shoulders, stretching your knees over your toes at the top of the movement, and then exhaling and melting from your breastbone as you move each bone down at a time. Feeling the length of your knees over your toes. As you slink your spine up like a slinky, you may feel like there's a place that doesn't move one bone at a time, and during those places, you want to deepen the connection out of your waist and take your time to really get each bone to come down segmentally. Always reaching your knees over your toes so there's as much space between each bone as you roll down. There's length in your spine and in the movement. Starting with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. You want to feel energy through the crown of your head, out through your arms, and out through your sit bones. Using your exhale to deepen the connection around your waist, you'll start by just floating your arm forward until your fingertips just barely come away from the mat. A harder variation is this challenge, floating the arm all the way up so it's in line with the head, inhaling to bring the arm down, and exhaling to deepen the work around the waist, lifting the belly away from the mat as you float the other arm up all the way in line with the shoulder. You want to stay in a range of motion that feels comfortable in your shoulder, not going into a painful range of motion. As you continue to move, you always want to notice the steadiness in your body. You'll feel, because you take a limb away, it will cause the body to want to shift. But as you hollow out the tummy and you connect around the waist, that should help you to stay as still as possible. And if you feel like your body is shifting, going back to the beginning variation of just lifting the fingertips to the top of the mat. This is the same thing, but with the leg, stretching the leg until the toe just slides back to the back of the mat, and then bringing it down with your inhale. Of course, the harder variation is using your exhale to stretch the leg back and then start to float it up away from the mat, maybe bringing it all the way up so it's in line with the hip. But most important thing is that the spine is unchanging. So if it doesn't come up so that it's all the way in alignment with the hip, that's fine. The most important thing is that the shoulders always stay directly over the hands, the hips always stay directly over the knees, and the spine is unchanging. Using the strong exhale to support all of your movements, creating length through your leg, through both arms, through your head. The length will also help keep the body still and stable. Once you've mastered this challenge, there's another addition that you'll add on to once you've mastered this. And that addition is stretching out one arm and the opposite leg. This is the most challenging because you only balance on two limbs, and there's a big tendency to shift the body in this one. So using your exhale to deepen the work around your waist and stretching through your arm and through your leg, you'll begin to alternate movements, then going to the other hand and other leg as you stretch that side out, using your exhale to elongate through your body. Even the hand that's connected to the mat is reaching, and inhaling as it floats down. You could picture you're balancing a tray of tea on your spine as you do this movement. You'll do about 3 repetitions of each of these variations. You want to take your time and make sure you master the first variation before proceeding to the second and then the third. Beginning with your body stacked nice and tall, you'll take a breath to prepare for the movement, and with your exhale, you'll nod your chin towards your throat, stretching the bones up towards the ceiling through your neck, and then lifting your breastbone up inside of you as you make all of the bones in your upper back round. You want to round your low back by deepening the connection around your waist till you get to the bottom of the movement. And then as you exhale, your tailbone will slide through your legs as you begin to stack your low back. Keep deepening the work until your mid back is stacked, your shoulders stacked, your neck, and then you elongate from head to toe at the top. Again, with your exhale, you could picture your spine as stegosaurus spikes, and as you roll down, each spike gets more length between them because you're wrapping your tummy up, and that's creating a roundness in your spine. You want to feel as though your stegosaurus spikes are being stretched up towards the ceiling as you stack every bone. It's very important that your hip bone always stays over your ankle bone. If your abdominals aren't working properly, you'll start to feel your bum rolling backwards towards the wall behind you. So you can imagine that your body is stacked against the wall, and as you roll down, you take each bone off one at a time, and then as you roll up, you stack your body against the wall, imagining that each bone touches the wall before the next. We're so glad you joined us at Synergy Studio for Pilates Day 2013, and we hope to continue to see you and help making your body the best that it can be. At Synergy Studio, we specialize in Pilates, physical therapy, massage, nutrition, and strength and conditioning. And if you'd like to book a session in any of these areas, you can call the studio or you can visit our website. We're looking forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.